And here we are at our little lake that we fish. Waters are pretty calm. We'll see if maybe we can catch a bass in here today. It's been about a month since we've been here. We'll see what we can rig up and use today. Okay, let's take a look and see what I have rigged up today. I've got my Lule Speed Spool bait caster, 7.5-1, and it is on a medium heavy Insight Pro Advantage rod that has micro guides, 7 foot. I've got 12-pound floral Berkeley Vanish fluorocarbon on there, and we're using just a regular Ozark Trails shad color crankbait, and we'll see what we can get with that. Next up is Abu Garcia Revo S on a Shimano Celis rod. This is a heavy action rod heavy power rod rather, with a fast action tip. This has got a jig on it that I'm going to drag today. It's one of the jigs that I've made. I make my own baits, my own soft plastics and jigs, and that's one of them that I made. We'll try that one out today. This has got 30-pound braid on it, and it is running to a 17-pound fluoro leader. This is my spinning combo. It's got 10-pound braid on it to a 8-pound co-poly leader, and this is a stick bait, quarter-ounce bullet weight, worm weight on there, and a 4/0 hook on a medium action or medium power rod, 7 foot, and that's what we'll be using for my finesse and my do-it-all rod. This is a 6.4-1 Abu Garcia Silver Max on a medium heavy power fast action rod, and I've got an underspin with a swim bait on there, and we'll see what we can get with those. Now, if you notice on all of these, this is one of the keys. Oops, if I can keep from stabbing myself with everything. This is one of the keys to my success, I feel. I use a snap swivel on almost all of my baits, except for the Texas rigs or topwater, something like that. But if I'm throwing a jig, or if I'm throwing a swim bait or a crankbait, I will have a snap swivel put on there. Now, I've never bent one off on a fish. I've never broken one off. So despite what you might think, it does not break. I don't lose baits doing that, but it does allow me to change baits out on the fly if I need to. And then I only have to have 4 rods and not 16. Again, it's one of the little money-saving things that I do. Snap swivels are cheap, so if I lose one of those, it's no big deal. I've got a bucket full of them, and that's what we're going to be fishing today. You can see just exactly how clear that water is. I'm scooting my jig along the bottom. That water is gin clear. Absolutely crystal clear. Now, the key to fishing gin clear water is you have to make very long casts. And usually if you're bank fishing, you want to stand 20-25 feet away from the bank so you don't spook any fish, and then approach closer if you don't see anything. But you see those laydowns out there, you see that log sticking up, those pieces of branch. What you want to try to do is cast beyond that with your jig or with your Texas worm or whatever, and slowly bring it back to you with a dragging motion. Drag a little bit, wind down, drag a little bit, wind down. You'll feel that bait go up over that log, and you'll be able to feel every little bit of bottom. And if you want, if there's anything in there, well, hopefully it'll come out and take a look at your bait and strike at it, and you'll be able to see your line move, or you'll be able to feel a wet sack of potatoes on the end of your line. So be prepared to reel down and set that hook. All right, we came to lake number 2 behind the cabins, and about the 3rd or 4th cast, This little guy. Nice little beautiful bass. Caught him on the Ozark Trails lipless crank, little $1.97 crankbait, and you can see he went after it. So let me go ahead and get the pliers, get the hook out of this guy's mouth, and get him back in the water. All right, little guy, let him go, let him grow, as they say. There he goes.